Hello, friends. John again with another No Rush Toy Show and Tell. This time I have something I really think you might not have seen before. I don't know. It's hard to say because I live in this weird bubble of people who like toys and who spend too much time thinking about them and buying them and all of this. So, the average person that I hang out with probably knows Starriors quite well, or at least is a little familiar with them. But maybe your average Joe never really run into these things. So Starriors is a great toy line by Tomy. They are basically all built around some kind of a wind-up feature, different from Starcom in that these actually wind up. You actually have to turn a little white knob and it winds it up. Now I've spent a lot of time talking about wind up, and this toy that I am telling you about does not wind up. It actually is one of the remote control items in the toy line. So let's take a look at Cosmittor, Deadeye, and Cricket. Now, what does that mean, Cosmittor? I don't know. I don't know. I know that that this beautiful red Tyrannosaurus robot is Deadeye, and that this wonderful tiny pteranodon slash bird dinosaur creature is Cricket. And they hang out. They're buddies, and they do their work together, or not at all. So first, let's take a peek. I'm gonna move these out of the way. They do have nice little dangly remote control antenna, so those may make some strange sounds if I bump into them. But first, I wanna show you the box. The box I have is not the most beautiful example. So it's not exactly what I would call a pristine box. It's got this hideous tear on the side, and then of course at some point it was on a red tag clearance. They could not get rid of these guys, but let's just enjoy this gorgeous art of these two wreaking havoc on the environment. Now we have the same, similar art here up on top. We have them attacking the base of, I guess that's the good guys' base. I don't know my story of the Starriors. Perhaps I should have done some research. We have a very delighted child. He is letting you know how the Cosmittor works. These were very similar to a lot of cheap robots back in the day. They would go forward until you activated the remote control, and then they would start spinning. And then I believe you hit it again and it would go again. Again, I don't have a working example of these two, so I can't even try it out for you. But we have 20 laser discs, not the ones that you watch, but these are some that he shoots out of his mouth. We have 4 battle accessories. Sadly, we do not have those. Have to track those down in the future. And then we have posable arms and the ability to steer. So these are all important abilities. We don't have a whole lot going on the bottom other than 1984, the year this came out. And then we have another explanation of what our boy can do. Remote control, click the head to stop, go, turn, and fire the Cosmittor. So here's some more gorgeous art on the back of the box. We have Deadeye and Cricket. Man is forced to abandon the surface of Earth. Robot guardians are created, the protectors, to make Earth habitable by future man, the destructors to destroy invading aliens. Meanwhile, man awaits underground. Everything works smoothly until the destructors turn against man. The Cosmittor, a destructor, is the most advanced warrior of the Starriors. This duo consists of Deadeye, a blind demolisher with the soul of a poet, and Cricket, his deaf-mute sidekick, who acts as his eyes. The battle for Earth's control, the Cosmittor's special mission, and the fate of man's very existence are all featured in dazzling color inside the Marvel thrill-packed mini-comic book included in the package of the Starriors. Sadly, I don't have that either. We also have some great cross-sell on the back of the packaging, something that modern toys have kind of abandoned to my sadness. The Starriors battle station there looks like a sweet cobra snake creature. I'm sure Cobra Commander would have loved that place. We have a bunch of the good guys and the bad guys, and then a bunch of these little bitty guys that were some of my favorites growing up. I didn't have a ton of these when I was a kid, but the ones that I did have, I was a big fan of. Alright, so let's take a look at our actual toy now that we've admired the big, beautiful box. Alright. So first, let's look at Cricket. Cricket is the little guy of this duo, kind of the master versus the blaster. As I mentioned before, he looks a little bit like a pterodactyl in my opinion. Kind of Laserbeak vibes, but really what this guy is just a glorified remote control for our robot. And you click his little head. It's quite loud. Hopefully I was nice enough to lower the volume for you, so you didn't get your ears demolished. He's got some great metallic stickers there to give him a little personality. And, that's about all there is to it. So let's get the star of the show on screen. Let's go get Deadeye and bring him in. So here is Deadeye. It's a very cool, chunky Tyrannosaurus looking dinosaur robot. You can see there's some more of those great metallic stickers like there were on Cricket. We have some rescue stickers. We have, what is this? I don't think there's any actual words there, but it's printed to look like there are. Here's his posable arms. These do come off, so a lot of times if you find a Deadeye in the wild, he may be armless, which is certainly a bummer. You can see these spots here on the back, these little pegs, and these here are where his other weaponry would have plugged in if I actually had it. And then if we look underneath, sorry, Deadeye, this is a little bit rude, but if we look under the undercarriage, you can see some of the workings of how he would have been a remote control dinosaur. And then lastly, if we look right in the top, this is where you would load the discs that he would shoot the discus out of his mouth hole there. So let's load the discs and see if I got all of them. There's one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're full. But we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So not only are we missing 4 weapons for this guy, we're also missing some of his discs, which is a real shame. But at the end of the day, I still got this big red robot dinosaur, and that makes me pretty happy. So that's about all I've got to say about these two, and I appreciate you checking out my video. If you liked it a lot, why not let me know? And if there's something I could have done differently, something that I could have done to make it better, let me know. That would be very helpful. Until next time, let's just try and be cool, and I'll be back very soon with even more cool stuff.